Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to something new, something that I want to do up until the draft. I should say leading up till the draft. Film Room or Film Reaction Friday. It's as simple as that. Today we're looking at who is wide receiver 2, Malik Nabers versus Rome Odunze. It's been a bit of a hot topic. The entire draft cycle, Rome Odunze has caught a lot of fire, has come up boards a ton. Nabers has been basically wide receiver 2 the entire process up until Odunze really just playing his ass off and deserving to be in this conversation. Today, though, we are looking at Malik Nabers versus Florida and Rome Odunze against Oregon. This first route is just going to be a nice little crosser over the middle, just showing the ability to separate and release off the line. Good release, stack, and then flatten the route. Doesn't make the catch, but it's honestly fine. Just need a little bit more from Jayden Daniels. I think there a little more accuracy and lead it. This play is a Malik Nabers special. So starting up top here, obviously the big red circle. It's just going to be a curl from this top receiver and a curl at about the 30-yard line from Malik Nabers. He's just going to sit there. It's a little sprint concept from the LSU Tigers. This is all instincts right here, man. Malik Nabers knows this linebacker is coming down. Just watch. I mean, special. From the 30 to the other 35, just like that, off a simple little curl. That's what Malik Nabers brings to your offense. Instinctual plays, run after the catch ability, 1 broken tackle, 2 broken tackles, and then carry guys to the 35-yard line. That is special ability in the passing game. Now here, very tight in line with the offensive line. Almost looks like he's going to chip this D end. He doesn't. Gets upfield, splitting the linebackers. This is honestly open. Just throw it where you flatten this route off. This corner is not getting to that. You might get hit up top by one of these two guys, but Nabers, I think, would hold on to it. Also got Brian Thomas down here running a deep post. Daniels, though, takes off because of pressure and never really sees them. But he had 2 open guys. Right here, Nabers is open. He's looking here at Brian Thomas. Obviously, the corner playing off, so he's not going to throw that. But Nabers, this whole area is open. Daniels just doesn't see it, gives a little pump fake, and then goes, showing the athleticism. Wish Daniels would throw it a little bit more. This is where you can see Daniels is still a little bit raw as a prospect. But here, more Malik Nabers special. This D lineman is never getting up the field fast enough. They unblocked, and Nabers still just gets right by him. Makes a couple men miss, getting down to the 5-yard line. The dude is special, man. You can do so many things with him. Just get him the ball. Tunnel screens, push pass, put him in the backfield, hand it off. It does not matter. The kid is special. Lined up in the slot now here. Up top. Another one of the just easy curl routes. Nabers draws 2 guys this time. I played it back a little too far. Hold on. Like I said, though, Nabers draws 2 guys this time, leaving this underneath receiver open one-on-one. Daniels just got to put it on him, and he does. Easy completion and almost a first down. Next play, Nabers down here, bottom of the screen. Well covered. I mean, double coverage as well. So, not really much you can do there. But the double coverage brings attention. Leaves the guy wide open. Good concept. Easy play. Here's another push pass. Just showing the ability with the ball in his hands. How elite of a playmaker he is. 1 cut. 2 cuts. What should have been a 2 to 3 yard loss ends up in a 7-yard gain. So I actually messed up. The circle is on the wrong guy. Malik Nabers is up top. This is my bad. Nabers, though, up top. Corner on him in a little bit of press coverage. Kind of just slips, rolls over. Really good throw and catch, though, and good route by Brian Thomas. Up top again, Jaden Daniels takes the snap, little play action. Neighbors gets over the top of his guy, but it's thrown a little far outside. It was good coverage by the DB. I love the release, though, by Neighbors. Give him a little shimmy, pop outside, and then burst. I think also the little hesitation in the middle of this keeps the DB in the play right there at about the 30. So some little nitpicking things that you could definitely get better at if you're Malik Neighbors in the route running department. Here in the slot next to Brian Thomas Jr., another first-round pick. Who has the attention? Deep guy. Both these guys have incredible speed, so who do you double cover? Well, either works. In the slot again, next to Brian Thomas. This time slips again. Don't want a lot of that. I do really like this play from Malik Neighbors. Could definitely be called a pass interference. DB never sees him. He's running a little switch release with this tight end. Neighbors runs into him. Overthrown by Daniels. Would have been a huge play, but it shows the unselfishness that Neighbors has. And there's a couple other plays that shows his unselfishness that I really do like from a first-round guy of his caliber. This play, I love this dig route by Malik Neighbors. I wish Jaden Daniels would have seen him, but I just love the route. Cornerback has outside leverage. He knows that. He's not going to beat him there. Put your body into him. Little hand fighting at the top of this route. Break it off inside. Whoa. Look at that separation. That's a good 5 or 6 yards. Wave the hands. Still can't find him. Daniels takes off in the end of it. But I love the tempo again. The tempo of this route. Off coverage, it's going to be hard to beat him. You put your foot in the ground and explode at the top of that route. So much space to work with if Daniels actually sees Malik Neighbors. Unfortunately, he did not on that. But it's okay, because you're not going to see every receiver on every single play. Neighbors down here at the bottom of the screen, I believe. I think I got that one wrong, too. I don't think he's up there. I think this is Malik Neighbors. My bad. Wrong circle. But I do really like this fade route. A little bit of a hesitation on the release. This foot is going to just stab inside and then boom, explode back outside. It's a good 50-50 ball option if Daniels is looking his direction. He obviously wasn't. Threw it to the opposite side of the field. But this, you put this over here, Malik Neighbors is going to go up and make that catch. I'd put money on it. Now up top, this is another one of those unselfish plays that I was talking about with Malik Neighbors. Shows the ability to block. You see right here, RPO, or read option, I should say. Neighbors, I guess it is a little bit of an RPO, because Neighbors is still an option. Daniels, though, running outside. Knows his quarterback's going. Engage with your DB. And seal. He got 2 guys in 1 with that seal. Absolutely love seeing this from receivers because you don't see it that often anymore. Really good engage on the block. Got his hands in tight. Not going to get him on a hold. You seal him. This guy doesn't even see you two. Money. Absolutely money. Love seeing that from a first-round talent. A top 5 talent at that. Back up top of the screen. Give him a little hezzy. This is what I love. This is similar to the dig route we saw earlier, except it's almost like a double move. So the release is dragging up to the 40 here. Gives him the shake. Gets upfield, and then boom. Good throttle down and then explode out of this. This is open. That's a good 2 yard, 1.5 yard separation. I would love to see him sprinting through this, but makes a good hands catch. Immediately turns around, instinctual play after the catch, gets another 5 or 6 yards and a first down. I'd say like 4 or 5 actually, 4 or 5 yards. This one, Neighbors is going to be in the slot up top here, middle of this trip set. And if Daniels has enough time, I think he could have taken a deep shot here. Corner's hips got turned inside. Neighbors jab step outside. Obviously, at this point, it's going to look wide open, but Daniels already threw it. I think you could give Malik Neighbors a good opportunity. This is actually 2 fades here with Thomas running one on the other side. Not much, though, but good rep for Neighbors. Down at the bottom of the screen here. Again, I love his curl routes. I think he throttles down super well. Like, for a lot of guys, they can't just put one foot out there and instantly stop. Really, really wish he would have caught this ball, would have shown the ability to catch through contact, which he has had a little bit of trouble with. However, he has also shown the ability to make catches through contact. But again, the tempo of this route, it looks like he's just going to take off at about the 40. Like right here, this DB is expecting him to just try and blow by him, and then boom. How fast he stops, man. A little bit of a high throw, but I think a throw that Neighbors definitely could have caught. It was a catchable ball. Let's just put it that way. Bottom of the screen now for Malik Neighbors. We'll just watch this one because I don't really remember it. Okay. So on this one, he's just kind of running a big, I guess you could call it a dig, but it's not really a dig. They're in a cover 3 look, it looks like, or at least a deep cover 1. This corner backs off and is covering the boundaries. Up top, he's covering the deep guy, and then the deep middle. So a post is going to break that cover 3, which is kind of what Neighbors runs. Pocket breaking down, though. Jaden Daniels steps up. Neighbors, I really wish carries this and flattens it at the 35. I think it would have given Daniels a really good option to throw to. However, Daniels sometimes, one of his big downsides is the fact that once it breaks down, he's just going to take off, which is also a great upside to his game because he's super, super athletic and he runs past guys. But Neighbors here, cut this off, keep running into the open space. That's what NFL coaches and scouts are going to want to see. Run into this space, help out your quarterback, at least show that you're trying to get open for him still, and then if he gets up to this level, start blocking this safety, which maybe he did. Play cuts off. But, again, would have loved to see him carry that route. All the way on top of the screen, big red circle again. Neighbors. It's kind of a lazy route, but he's more of the decoy on this one for the slot fade. I really wish, though, he would sell this a little bit more. Like he's going to get the ball. I mean, this DB knows you're not getting the ball running that type of route. Run a more crisp route. At least show effort in your route. Because that's a little too easy to read. But it still works out because this running back has just complete daylight out here. Down at the bottom of the screen, just running a shallow crosser. Daniels did not have enough time really to get this to anyone but the man he threw it to. Take another look here. Neighbors wasn't really ever open either. Probably would have come open if Daniels had the time, but run through this play as well. Little curl route concept again. I do love once your teammate catches the ball, you go find a man to block. Love the effort. And without that block, he doesn't get the first down as well. So Neighbors playing a big part in getting first down in more ways than just catching the ball. Love to see it. Now in the slot, bottom of the screen, this might look like a very mid rep. This cornerback is playing with inside leverage. He's on the hash marks. Neighbors is running a dig. Remember that. Hips get turned. Make your step. Explode to the inside. Good recovery by the corner. But shows the ability that even if the corner starts with leverage, Neighbors can still get to where he wants to go. And honestly, Daniels could zip that thing in there if he really wanted to. Ends up going to the top of the screen on this go route, giving his receiver a chance. Don't know if he came down with it or not, but up top. Oh, God. This is one of my favorite. One of my favorite routes and plays in this entire film. Tempo, people. Tempo. Release. Give a little hezzy. Fake the inside. Get outside. Daniels with a beautiful back shoulder throw. Neighbors, go up and get it. Easy first down. I love his curl route game. Watch again in full speed. Neighbors just makes it so easy on the quarterback to find him. Love the release. The hips flip open just enough to the inside. Neighbors nose. Easy first down. Pitch and catch. Up top again. Again, a really, really good curl route. Corner is playing off, though, just because he knows he has that inside or underneath coverage. So, but I really like the route. This is what I'm talking about with, even though the ball's not coming to you, run your route crisp. He just throttles down so effortlessly. Another crosser in the red zone. Now this is wide open. I know Jayden Daniels might not want to throw the hospital pass, but right here, that's open, man. I know he's looking up top here, but Neighbors is your top player. He's just ends up dumping it off to the running back. Give him the benefit of the doubt, he made the right play. But Neighbors was open there, which you definitely don't want to lose him in the end, or the red zone, I should say. Again, this is another one of my favorite routes by Neighbors. Starting on the inside, safety's hips get turned so quickly. He's in the slot here, safety way back, playing almost 15 yards off. About 12, I'd say. Neighbors, hips turned, vulnerable position, boom. Not even close. And then watch this. I'll let this one play out. Yeah, I'd say that's some pretty special run after the catchability. What y'all think? But the route running is so crisp with his athleticism and explosiveness. And then the ability to break that tackle, stay on your feet. Guys pulling your jersey, running after you, just dragging them to the 20-yard line, making plays by yourself. This is why he's a top 5 pick, man. Right here, he's wide open. Ends up being a big-time toss to Brian Thomas. But Neighbors really does a good job here with this. I mean, it's a lot more on the concept than Neighbors himself. But the attention that he draws here, because of his ability to make the big play, draws this safety to stay here. Don't know what this safety was doing down here. But lets Brian Thomas get over the top without the safety being able to come over and make a play. Easy. To wrap things up, though, we get another block. Love this. Carrying your man into the end zone. If you're that lazy receiver, the George Pickens, some might say, even though I don't believe that, your running back isn't getting in the end zone here. Or Brian Thomas, I should say. Good blocks up front. Neighbors is that final guy to make the play. Unselfish, willing blocker. I love to see it. Malik Neighbors is a special prospect, people. Whether you think Odunze or Neighbors is better, this man is special. I loved looking at this film. It showed his unselfishness, like I've said multiple times, the willing to block. Those are two very big things because the dude's going to be a star receiver in the NFL, and he was a star receiver in college, and he was still doing these things. So I respect the hell out of that. And then we saw the natural just ability to make the play, run after the catch. Would love to see him not high point, but make more contested catches. But I think getting in an NFL weight room, putting a little more muscle on, he'll definitely get there. Now to Rome Odunze. Everyone's favorite. So I've heard, no, I don't know, honestly. But the receiver out of Washington, UW, whatever you want to call it, Huck the Fuskies. But I do love this guy. I think he is a fantastic route runner. He said at the combine, 50-50 balls. Yeah, for me, they're 100-0. And I fully believe him. And we will find out why here in a little bit. I'm pretty sure in this game he had 2 touchdowns, both on contested catches. So I'm excited to show you that. But I also want to show the route running ability that he has. Maybe not as explosive as Neighbors, but I think his route running is more consistent, if that makes sense. So first play here up top, he's going to be guarded by Kyrie Jackson a lot this game. Don't know why the volume's up. Whips. Kyrie Jackson, though, probably a maybe late second, third round pick out of Oregon. A big corner, lengthy, rangy, got good speed, loves to play press. This one just a tough grab through contact. Ends up getting a couple yards as well. That one's tipped, so we're really not going to look at that. Down at the bottom of the screen. Just, Odunze's not scared of the press, man. Really good release. Find a way to stack your corner. He does. If he can get over the top over here without this little hold, well, Penix might be able to find him down here because Penix can throw some darts in the intermediate to deep end of the field. Top of the screen now in this somewhat of a trip set, but 3 wide receiver set up top. Really like, again, just like with Malik Neighbors, this corner is going to be playing inside leverage. He's got all the leverage in the world to not let you go outside. Put your foot in the ground. Get that separation. Obviously, the ball comes down here. I think it was thrown away by Penix, but really good rep. That's a win. Up top again. I think that is Kyrie Jackson still up top there, but he might be down here on this play. Here's one of those 50-50 balls. Just fantastic tracking ability. You have no idea, unless you've played wide receiver at a high level, how hard it is to track deep balls sometimes. And that one's over the shoulder. He's bending backwards. And then he shows you a little bit of run after the catch ability. Gives him a little stiff arm. It ain't no Malik Neighbors run after the catch. But again, great tracking ability. Great catch. Got separation at the end to make the catch as well. So special play by Odunze. Here again, he is the back receiver this time in this little. Gets leverage. Stack your guy. And he'll drag this route all the way down here. Penix doesn't have the time to throw it to him. But Odunze ends up wide open. Another win. Great rep. Back up top now. Little slot fade or a variation of it. We'll see a lot of that today. This is going to be like kind of a switch release, but not really. Tight end's just going to funnel out right here about 3 or 4 yards. Odunze is going to give him a little jab step inside, get separation, break it back outside. Penix never sees him, unfortunately, or else it could have been a big play. But he's got this corner stumbling, man. That's what I said. I think Odunze's route running is a little more consistent than Neighbors. Neighbors is definitely more explosive. He's going to be in the middle of this set now. Middle receiver. Play's not going to him, but what I do like is the consistency. Still running that route hard. Safety was playing over the top. He's not going to get the ball anyways. This time in motion down here. Oof. Just putting them on skates. Where are you going, young fella? Put that foot in the ground. What a route. If this corner isn't here guarding the running back out of the backfield, that's a 10-yard catch. I want to look at it again, though. Great throttle down through the hips. Mwah, chef's kiss. This time, great play design. Odunze is going to show you the after the catch ability again. Great hands catch, by the way. Like I said, this is no Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors is special. Odunze, though, will get you a couple yards after the catch. He's got some good athleticism. He's got some power with the ball in his hands. So there's a little more of the run after the catch. Make one guy miss, but that's probably about what he's going to do. Another great hands catch. He does not catch with his body, which I love. Now, this is a play where if it's Malik Neighbors, this could go for a big gain. This is the difference right here. Playing in press. Really good release by Odunze. Only gets about 7 yards. I think Malik Neighbors, he probably gets 10 to 15. So that's the difference in the two guys. Up top again. Little trick play. Running back comes across. Really had both receivers. Odunze has zero leverage right here. Boom. Makes the corner really have to throttle down. And Odunze doesn't. He explodes out of that break. So really good rep again, even though he doesn't get the ball. This one I wish he would carry. And by carry, I mean just keep the route going. Maybe that wasn't the play call, but why are you stopping in front of these two are going this way? Don't stop. Keep going. Penix ends up finding the running back. Odunze tries to block for him. Doesn't quite get his hands on him, though, and doesn't want to hold. So this route's kind of just a dud, honestly, dud play. But got some open space here. Meh. They were playing in zone. A little bit of a hold there on the corner this time. Didn't want to get sauced up again on the curl. Didn't really let him break back to it. Ball wasn't coming to him anyway, so I'm not going to get too mad at it. Dude, that play was crazy in the game. I thought Penix didn't get enough on it. Bottom of this trip set here. Just double, even triple covered. You can see the attention that he draws. You got two guys running after him. This dude's running a crosser over the middle. This dude's coming straight for Odunze. It's going to end up leaving a guy open like right here. Although this is pretty well covered down the field. up top up here if Penix had enough time. Didn't, got sacked. I believe Odunze slips here. Yeah, this is the interception. Same play as earlier, coming across on a motion. Odunze tries to put his foot in the ground and turn, slips, ends up an interception. Not going to blame Penix or Odunze on that one, but it would have been open. Let's just put it that way. Top of the screen. This is what I wanted to see from Neighbors once his route was there. Odunze flashes towards his quarterback instead of just keep carrying it upfield or just across. So I do like that on that rep, even though there wasn't really much to like. Here's a tunnel screen. You see a little bit more of the yak ability. Good cut. Find your blocks. And find the first down marker. Good play. Here's one of the 50-50 balls, or I should say 100-0 balls. Odunze, great release. You've got outside leverage. Penix just put it up there. You're not taking it out of that man's hands. Those hands are Velcro. They're vice grip, whatever you want to call them. That's what he brings to the table. He is an absolute red zone threat, but he can also run by you in the open field. Top of the screen again. Back receiver of that stack. And he does get a stack on Kyrie Jackson here, actually. So again, what I mean by stack is you get the leverage. Sprinting past your guy. Right there. Stack, move over a little bit, and it's a very pure stack. But right here, he's got a good one anyways. I wish he didn't bend this in. I wish he just kept going. And it would have kept his leverage a little bit better. A little bit overthrown. Is what it is. It was an open route, though. Good win. That play was kind of a dud as well. Natural pick play. Well covered, honestly. I honestly wish they just didn't have this receiver here. I think it would have been even more open. He had the separation anyways. So, is what it is on that one. A little bit of a hole here. Love the release from Odunze, but it's a hold. But nonetheless, I will count it as a W. Slot fade. And on this one, I don't know if he was getting held, but if you are Odunze, keep carrying this to the boundary. You don't want this ball having a chance being picked off, and you definitely don't want to come inside on a fade. Whenever you hear fade, keep carrying that thing to the boundary until you are on it. And look where the ball ends up. Near the boundary. If he doesn't take that step in, he probably has a chance to make a play on that ball. So I'll give that an L rep. Tries to run a little pick play on the crossers. Penix nowhere to go. Throw it away. That one, I think he was more of just a decoy. And it worked. This corner, or safety, sorry. All eyes on Odunze. Never even thought about looking at Jalen Polk, who I think that was Jalen Polk. This play, I love being able to run through contact by Rome. He's going to get a good press, a good jam from Kyrie Jackson. He's still got leverage, fight through it. He's still got a decent amount of separation there. But definitely a win for Kyrie Jackson on that one. In motion here. Bringing two guys again with him. Attention is a lot. Oh, man. Just got the safety on his, or the corner on his heels right there. He's stepping off his heel. This is already a win. Boom. This is a proper stack. Because now this is open down here. And Kyrie Jackson is having to hold. In motion again. Penix nowhere to go. Won't blame him. Throw the fade. Like, if you're going to draft Odunze, don't have him running inside routes in the red zone. Just let him run fades and throw it up to him at least once. Down at the bottom here, Jackson a little hesitant now to really put those arms out because Odunze just has such a good release. Got inside leverage. Little bit of a hold, or else that would have been about 2 yards of separation with ease. Final play up top for the game. Game on the line here. Inside leverage. Jackson, that outside foot is on the inside foot of Odunze. Don't even have to do much. Just use your speed, get outside, hands catch. Game time. Beautiful. I mean, Kyrie Jackson, like I said, lengthy corner. Odunze has to go out and grab that one. Vice grips, man. Get both feet in bounds. That's an NFL catch. That's an NFL route through contact. Absolutely love it. You already won here. This is how you want to set up these fades. You're not going to get a ton of separation, but make the catch through the contact. Game time. Oh, I love looking at those type of routes, honestly. Odunze, like I said, this guy, I think he's a more consistent route runner than Malik Nabers, even though Nabers might have the upper hand in the athleticism and explosiveness department. Hands, definitely to Odunze. Blocking, I'd say, is pretty even. Odunze definitely has the size to be a better blocker. Obviously, run after the catch, Nabers, every day of the week. Like, these guys, they're not similar in any means. As wide receiver prospects, different size, different play styles, but both very, very good in their own right. And let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Who do you think is better? Is it Odunze? Is it Malik Nabers? I still don't know. They've been flip-flopping for me. I know I've said I love Rome Odunze, but Nabers has kind of taken the upper hand of recent. The combine, Odunze definitely had the upper hand because he actually participated. So we'll see. It's definitely going to be scheme and team dependent on what they want in a receiver. So if you get one of these guys, be ecstatic because they're going to bring some juice to your offense. But thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. Take it easy and peace.